we should be good now. Slay the Spire seems to be picky what order you open things in. I don't have that problem with other programs, but as long as I just shut everything down and open it up in the proper order with the headphones plugged in, everything seems good. Okay. This isn't going to have the same production quality as the RimWorld stream. It's not really a story. I'm mainly just doing this to show Adwins a couple of things. Turn down that a little bit, I think. Adwins, if you're here, let me know. I don't know what you need to see. I guess you didn't play much of the game, so I could probably start with the basic game mechanics. I don't want to tab out because then it'll fuck with the sound. Guess I'll do it anyway. Well, whatever. I don't know if anybody here... Show me the op strats. I don't know any OB strats. I'm bad at this game. I'll start a defect run, and I'll explain the basics of how this character works as we're going along. So, the first thing you do is you choose the bonus you get for the run. Things in red are obviously not so good. I think I'm just going to choose a card to obtain. I think I immediately regret choosing a card to obtain. These are terrible. Alright, we'll go with Barrage. Okay, so it's a little bit like FTL, in the sense that you follow certain paths. At the end of the path is a boss, and there are 3 of these maps, Act 1, 2, and 3. Each of these little monster skulls is a fight. The item bag is a shop. That's apparently a powerful... The ones with the horns are elites. That's apparently a super elite. I'm not sure why they're here. I must have activated some sort of higher level thing. These let you rest and gain health. And the question marks can be literally anything, but are usually an event that you get a choice at. So I'm thinking I want to fight an elite. Let's go this way. Going to the shop early is pretty garbo, so let's head this path. Alright, so the main of the game is spent fighting monsters. There's a lot of stuff on the screen. Here's my character. Here's the enemy. This is what the enemy's going to do. It's going to try to do 11 damage to me. And if I don't do anything, it will succeed. So my goal here is to damage it while taking as little damage as possible. And I do that by playing cards. All I can do in this game is play cards. This is the mana cost of the card, so to speak. The game calls it energy. So all the cards I have in my hand right now cost 1. And I have 3 energy to play with. The deck you start with is the same every time, except for mine is Barrage, because that was my bonus. You always start with 4 strikes, 4 defends, and this character starts with these 2 bonus cards. So how this works is I draw 5 cards of my deck every turn, randomly, and then they're discarded, and I'll draw 5 more. Unlike in traditional card games, the cards I discard aren't lost forever. Once we draw every card, we take all the cards from the discard, reshuffle it into the draw pile. So an effective strategy is keeping your deck low and going through your good cards quickly. Alright, so let's take a look at my cards. Strikes do basic damage. Defends give me block, which prevents their damage. Unfortunately, I only have 1 defend, so all I can do this turn is block 5 of the damage. So he'll hit me for 11, I'll block 5, and then I'll take 6. So since my other cards aren't defends, I need to find a way to damage this guy. Strikes do basic damage. Zaps add 1 of these orbs. The orbs are specific to this character. They give a passive bonus or an active bonus. Since I don't have any way to get the active bonus, we'll only get the passives. So this orb I start with, it'll do 3 damage at the end of my turn. So I'm going to get another one. Now I have 2 orbs that'll do 3 damage at the end of my turn. I'm then going to hit it with a strike for 6 damage, and now I'm out of energy. So when I press end turn, these orbs will zap it for 3, and then he'll attack me for 11. Zap, zap. And here comes the 11. Wham. Alright, I blocked 5 of it, but he did 6. That's the basics of how this goes. You try to prevent damage while doing damage to them. Now they're going to block and buff. They're not going to attack me, so I don't need to play defense. You lose the block, you don't use at the end of turn. So if I played defend, it would waste my mana because I would be defending against nothing. So we do have 3 attack cards. We'll hit him for 6. We'll hit him for 6. And then we'll use our barrage and hit him for 4 times 2. Whack, whack. He's not doing so good. There goes the lightning. It happens every turn. The orbs are good, but they're small. Like the cards I have aren't so great because I have the orbs. So let's talk about Evoke. Evoke uses the orb but does a special ability. Instead of doing 3 at the end of turn, it'll do 8 right now. And I have dual cast, it'll evoke the next orb twice. So if I use dual cast, you can see I've got it highlighted. Now it's up to 8. It'll do 8 and then another 8. Well, a single 8 would have been done enough to kill that guy. So when you beat the level, you get a little bit of money, which you can use at shops. Again, we're not going to this early shop because we don't have much money, but it looks like there's literally no shops. That's okay. We'll get more. We'll buy stuff later. You can also add a card to your deck. This is where the roguelike element really starts to shine. Do I want any of these cards? Melter's pretty good. It removes all block and deals damage. This would make me draw cards, but since my deck is pretty slow right now, drawing more cards isn't very good. You notice I'm throwing away cards I can't play. This sounds good, but since it decreases in block every turn, it becomes less good. The benefit there is that it's free. I think I'm going to go all offensive and pick Melter. Alright, the question mark gives us the wheel. I've only gotten good luck on this wheel, so I assume that's about to change. Nope. Okay, so relics are passive bonuses that you keep for the rest of the game. Generally speaking, the goal is to get as many bloody relics as possible, since they all do something good. For example, that lightning orb I have at the start is because I have this cracked core. If I were to lose the core, I wouldn't start with that orb. Now I have the dream catcher, which lets me add a card to my deck whenever I rest. We'll see when that comes into effect. Alright. This path is actually kind of crummy, but that's okay. So he's not doing any damage to me this turn. We'll just put another lightning orb up and hit him with 2 strikes for 6 damage each. And then we'll hit him for another 6. Caw! So a lot of playing this game is knowing the enemy's tactics. This guy will gain 3 strength every turn. He'll start doing 6 damage to me. He'll do 9 and 12 and so on. We don't want him to get anywhere near that. No limit to how many relics you can carry? No. You can't get a relic more than once. But other than that, just get as many as you can. So I have 1 defend. That'll block 5 of the damage. I think I'll also use Melter. That's my strongest attack here. And I'm going to use dual cast to do 16 damage from that double evoking that orb. So now he's at 5. He'll be down to 2. He'll do 6 to me, but I'll block 5. Whack. And now see he's doing 9 damage. So the aggressive strategy paid off. But since my deck's so small and has a lot of attacks, dude stood really no chance. These are such weird cards. I was hoping to show a much more standard build. So the X means it uses all of your available mana. And then it does that effect X time. It's not like in Magic the Gathering where you get to choose what X is. X is everything you got. To be honest, I kind of don't want any of these. They're all at kind of advanced mechanics that I don't really want to get into right now. I missed lethal. Did I? I'm sorry. I like how your first comment here is to say I'm shit. That's the kind of viewership I'm looking for, Zeph. So thank you for that. $16 Melter. Oh, time steal dual cast 16 damage, melt 26 strike. You're right. You're right. I should have skipped the defend. So I don't think I can kill any of these this turn. Unless I get supremely lucky. Let's see how that goes. Actually, not bad. So we could double defend and take 5, or we could strike, defend, and take 5, and have one dead. Whack. So he's going to do 7 to me. I don't have a whole lot here. I don't think I can kill him. That'll do 10. That will do literally nothing because I have no orbs. That'll do 6. If I channel lightning, that'll do 3. But that's still only 19, not 20. So instead of getting the zappy orb, I'll just do a defend again. Can't help but think there was a way I could have done that. You literally came in here to say I'm bad and leave. Oh my god, Zeph. You're my favorite friend. I'm actually not going to be able to stream that long. Okay, potions. Potions are one-time use items. They end at the end of the battle. Some of them end a lot sooner. This one lets me regen a lot. That's actually pretty nice. I like Ball Lightning. You notice it does more damage than a strike, and it adds a lightning bolt. Or a lightning orb. Upgrade 2 random cards. The problem with that is they have a lot of garbage. I don't really want to be upgrading strikes and defends. If I upgraded these, that'd be good. I guess I'll show you what upgrade is. So every card has an upgraded form. Upgraded strike does 9 damage. Defend 8 block. Zap costs nothing. Dual cast costs nothing. 6 damage instead of 4. Some cards are very much better to upgrade than others. And since I'd be doing it at random and losing health, I don't really like that benefit. So we're not going to do that. Let's take out this elite. Icky, icky. Alright, this guy. This guy will kick my ass. But it's okay to take damage during elite fights. I'm thinking about the consume. We definitely start with the Ball Lightning. I don't have to defend because he's not attacking. Focus increases this number. So instead of doing 3, it would do 5. I think that might be a key to victory. If I use that in this turn alone, it'll do 4 more damage. And then next turn it'll do 4 more damage. And that's already more than a strike. It's not more than 2 strikes, though. Ah, fuck it. Alright, he buffed himself, so whenever I play a skill, he gains 2 strength. Strength improves your damage by 1. So every time I play a skill, he'll improve his damage by 2. That's not good. If I do a dual cast, I'll do 20 damage to him. I could also do a barrage and do 8 damage to him. I think we barrage, dual cast. Now we're down to, unfortunately, 1 orb. And here's always the trade-off. If I do this, I'll take 5 less damage. But it's only 3 less damage, actually, because he'll gain 2 strength. I don't think I want to play that game. Let's just keep hitting him. He's going to do so much damage to me. He might actually kill me. My deck is really bad, and this is, unfortunately, a very hard guy to fight for this deck. He's down to 8. Seems like not increasing his strength paid off. So we'll Melter him. We'll strike him. This is a skill. So if I play this, he'll go up. But if I play this, I now have 2 orbs that do 5 damage each. He's only got 10 health. Bizat. I overreacted. I didn't realize I had that much damage. Alright, whenever you defeat an elite, you get a relic automatically. So this one upgrades 2 random attacks, which again isn't really that great. Well, at least it got Ball Lightning. Also add a deck. Let's get a Frost Orb. Okay. I want to head toward that fireplace. Bizat, indeed. Well, Melter will flat out kill one of these guys. Get dunked, kid. Actually, this will kill the other one. And then I'll dual cast an orb for 16 damage. That went really well. So we got another potion. This one gives me a random attack. Let's make a claw deck. I like claws. Claws increase damage of themselves and they cost nothing. You have to beat the game with the first guy to unlock the second and the second to unlock the third. It's a pretty hard game, to be honest. I'm probably not going to win on this run. Alright, so we're at the rest site. Remember the Dreamcatcher lets me add a card to his deck? That's why this is here. We can obtain the ruby key. I don't know what that means, actually. If we rest, we'll gain 22 hit points. Or we could upgrade a card. Do I have anything all that worth to upgrade? What does consume? 3 focus? That's actually pretty good. A lot of them either become free or just do more damage. I like the things that, like, do something that lasts a while. Focus lasts a while. We're going to do that. Alright, so this is a guaranteed relic. Let's see what we get. What the hell? I haven't Alright, this has never happened to me. I think the last run I did was a defect, the first defect run that beat the game. I must have changed something, because now I'm getting offered these keys. I think I'll pass on the keys until I know what they mean. It seems I can only pick one or the other. So this oddly smooth stone gives me 1 dex at the beginning of every combat. And let's take the gold. So I'll fight a combat and I'll show you what dex does. I can upgrade another card. I wonder how... What's with the ruby key? Whenever you rest, you may add a card into your deck. What's coming up next? Bunch of fights. Let's rest and add the card. I've actually never gotten Dreamcatcher. Okay, these are all pretty good. This is just a flat out better than defend. It gives me 9 block instead of 5. This does damage and gets me a Frost Orb. And this lets me pull a card from my discard pile, but exhaust means I can only play it once. It doesn't get it discarded. It's like removed from the game. As far as I can tell, there's no way to get exhausted cards back. It's definitely between these two. Leap would add a lot of defense, but this would add damage and orbs. The point of the keys is that if you have all 3, you don't get the character ending. I know you're trying to help, but I don't know what that means. I guess I'll figure it out as I play. Ugh. Well, whatever. I don't want to lose 47 gold. This deck lasts long enough to get to a shop. If you do have all 3, you get a different ending. That's interesting. I'm not good at getting endings. So this guy will steal 15 gold from me, and he'll attack for 10 damage a turn. He's a complete piece of shit. Oh, the Frost Orb. So the Frost Orb doesn't do damage, but it gives me 2 block, and I can invoke it for 5 block. So now we're getting enough orbs that we can start forcing some off the end. So you notice this one starts here, then this one, then this one. If I get another orb, there's no 4th slot, so they all slide around clockwise. So I'll show you that mechanic. Let's use, we'll use Ball Lightning. Now we got 3 orbs. Now we can't fit any more orbs. So I'm going to use this. That invokes that orb for 8 damage. It's now gone, replaced by this new Frost Orb. Let's defend a little bit. We won't take any damage here. Oh, right, Dex. So Dex gives you block by cards by 1. So instead of blocking for 5, I block by 6. Now I have 2 passive Frost Orbs. They'll add 8 and 10. I'll absorb all 10 damage. Unfortunately, I still lose the gold. But, like, he's not getting away with this gold. Let's be real clear on that. Alright, he's absolutely dead. Let's claw him for free, and then we'll just hit him with this upgraded strike. There's a lot of ways to kill him in that fight. So we get the 30 gold he stole from us, 12 more gold, and we can add a card to our deck. I like Defragment because focus improves orbs, and it's becoming an orb deck. So let's go with that. Alright, 17 damage, and I have 0 defensive options. That's not so good. I might be able to overwhelm this guy. Note that his ability means he'll take 3 block, but I think I can do enough damage to kill him anyway. He gets the block, but he only has 3 health. Even a normal strike can kill him. 9 is better than 8. Alright, so we'll take the 11, unfortunately. I just didn't draw anything that could do anything about that. And I get a bunch of defense cards when he's not attacking. But that's okay. I get Melter. I get Strike. And I will double invoke for 16. I don't want Compile Driver because I don't have a lot of unique orbs. And I don't want Rip and Tear because 14 damage sounds really good, but it's random. So I'm going to go with Chill. It's free, and it gets me Frost for block. And unfortunately, I can only use it once, but that's okay. That means my deck isn't really getting bigger. I don't need more cards for this boss. I'm going to go with the event, see what I get. It's tempting to remove like a strike. So why would you want to remove cards? Because your deck cycles. So my deck is now, what is it, like 19 cards tall? And I only draw 5 at every turn. So it takes me just under 4 hands to go through the whole deck. If I remove something, then not only do I not get that, but I also get something else. And it's also closer to getting cards that I want to get back. I don't like losing 7 hit points. That's my only reason I'm not jumping on it, because I don't have a lot of health. I'm going to have to rest up at this campfire. I think I'll just take the gold, to be honest. We're getting shit tons of gold. So we'll get the 22 health. And we get to pick a card. Put 1 card from your draw pile in your hand. Exhaust. It's nice. I like Loop, even though Loop isn't very good. Basically, it lets your orb trigger a sec twice instead of once. We're going to do it, just because it's a power. I guess I should explain about the card types. So there's 3 types of cards. There's attacks, which just mostly do damage. There's skills, which do utility effects, and then there are powers. Powers are passive effects that last for until the end of battle. You play them once, and then they're just there. So I'll show you how that works when we get into combat. Alright, first boss. So if I basically have to do 30 damage to him to change his mode. And I want him to change his mode, because if I wait too long before he changes his mode, he'll do a shit ton of damage to me. So let's do the claw for free. Let's get another orb up. We don't have to worry about defense. It's tempting to do this. In fact, I'm going to channel 1 Frost and draw a card. Only a strike. Let's do the loop. So the loop, again, is a power. It's just now there. I can't lose this. I'll keep it forever. So these 2 lightnings will strike. He'll go, and then this lightning will strike. Unfortunately, it's not going to be very valuable to me because he put up a 9 shield. But I do get it down to 6. Alright, see? He's going to do 32 damage to me if I can't get him out of mode. And I'm not sure I can, to be honest. So let's start thinking up here. This seems like a good time for the attack potion. Potions are one-use buffs. This one gives me a random attack that's free, and I get to pick it. Jesus Christ! First of all, yes, that is a reference to My Hero Academia. This is an incredibly expensive card that usually is totally useless, but since I get it for free, let's do it. Bombs away, motherfucker! I should have used the melter first. So, yeah. Now he's went into defense mode, but actually the melter shouldn't have been used first. So now I ignore his armor and do the 10 damage. Plasma orbs are there's actually only 4 types of orbs. Plasma give me an extra energy every turn. So I will start with 3 plus 6. That's actually a little bit of overkill. So I'm going to use Ball Lightning to get it'll actually invoke that plasma. I'll get 2 more energy. And then we've got a lightning orb in there. I could use Consume, but I don't really want to lose a slot. I actually kind of like this setup. But we are going to use the Strike. It doesn't matter if I play the Defend or not. I'll lose the block. Alright, so he's in defense mode. So whenever I attack him, he does 3 damage to me. He's also going to attack for 9. So we can do that to gain 12. So I can attack him once, take the 9, and still take no damage. We're also going to use Defrag. Defrag gives me 1 focus, which changes this from 3 to 4. Doesn't affect Plasma, unfortunately. I don't want to use Chill here, because I like this setup. So that did 3 damage to me, but I was at 12. I can still take the 9. Now he's gonna jump out of defense mode, doing 16 damage in the process. So it's time to get a little bit more serious. I have shit tons of energy. I have way more energy than I need. What I want to do is dual cast that orb, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get to it. I should have defended first. I'm just gonna take some damage here. There's really no way around it. But if I can do a lot of damage to him in the process while I have all this free energy, it's probably worth it. Take 16? Yeah, I think that's the play. Alright. I wonder if that meteor's still in my deck. You can see the damage is getting spooky. I don't have a good way to deal with damage in this deck, unfortunately. It is. I'm not sure I can play it again. Okay. We'll do the chill. We'll do the zap. We'll do the defend. So we'll only be able to block 12 of this 20 damage. We are doing a fair amount of damage to him. Should knock him back in defense mode pretty soon. I would have much preferred a more defensive hand there. It is back. Unfortunately, I'll never be able to play it again because I'll never be able to get 5 energy. Looks like he's going into defense mode, I think. No, he's not. Let's Ball Lightning him. I'm wondering if this is worth it. I think it is. 3 focus is a lot. Yeah, this is pretty good. The orbs evoke when they cycle out. Yeah, that's the main way to evoke them, is just by pushing them out. So you can get a lot of cards that have a lot of orbs and just keep spinning them around. Remember that they're more powerful when they've been forced out than in the passive. Ideally, you have a wheel of orbs just full of stuff and just forcing each other out and blasting and blasting and blasting. I'm not near the ideal yet. Alright, back to defense mode. Back to his Sharp Hide. We'll channel that Frost for the extra health. Or the extra block, I mean. We got shit tons of block. So, he's only going to be able to do 9 damage to me. Let's start with this. Down to 18. I guess there's no starting with that. Just that's how it is. All right, we won't take anything here. All right, he's gonna pop back out. You can. I played this game enough to know that when he does the 8x2, that means he's gonna do that double attack thing where he pops back out. So we don't have any ways to get defense. But I think it's getting kind of down to the wire. It might... I might do literally nothing here. No, I'll do the zap for sure. Because that's an evoke for free. I guess it doesn't really matter. Yeah. Actually, that worked out really well. So we'll stop there. We'll be able to block 12 of this incoming 16 damage. That's pretty good. I'm not used to having so few orb slots. I keep forgetting basically anything I do invokes them. So he's in dire straits. He doesn't have 43 to change modes again. He'll just try to burn me down. Let's dual cast this and kill him. So bosses give better stuff. These cards with the yellow are like improved cards. Not upgraded, they're just like rarer. This card looks terrible. You can go with negative focus and actually end up with orbs that have 0 effectiveness. But this card might be able to end fights. And if it doesn't end fights, I might be able to end fights with other stuff. This card I always like, but I'm just not getting enough 0 cost cards. I think I only have the Claw right now. And the Chill, I guess. I could make some of these free, but I'm just not getting opportunities to upgrade them. I think I'm going to go with the Hyper Beam. If I don't want to play it, all I have to do is just discard it. You're also guaranteed a boss relic when you beat a boss. You get a choice of 3. Transform 3 cards and then upgrade them. Transform changes a card into a totally different card. It's basically like, I don't want Strike. I want literally anything but a Strike. Lizard Tail, when you die, heal to 50% of your maximum hit points. That's pretty tempting, to be honest. And then Tiny House does a bunch of goofy crap. Truth be told, none of these are what I want. None of them make me actively stronger. This just makes it so that if I fail a little less quickly. This gives me a bunch of really small things. I don't know what cards I'd transform. What cards aren't working out for me? I haven't really gotten a lot of use out of Chill. Let's do this. So what cards do we want to get rid of? A Strike and a Defender, a gimme. Is there anything else? I'm thinking there's not a lot of room in this deck for Chill. So those are what I got instead. They went away awful quick, but I'll go back to the deck. So I got Bullseye, which applies damage, and 2 lock-on. Not great. I got Biased Cognition. This is like Hyper Beam in the sense that you get a lot of focus, but you start losing it pretty quickly. 5 to 1, though. That's a long time. It'd take 5 turns for me to go negative. And then I got this upgraded Shrug thing. It's a fetch card. It's not bad. And it's a block, too. So, none of them were orb cards. I don't really know where this deck is going, which probably means it's going nowhere fast. So, a new map. If we want to get to a shop, because we got absolute shit tons of gold. I'm thinking I'm going to go to this shop and then fight that elite. And then, I don't know, do other stuff. Jesus. Well, it's probably not going to go on for that many rounds. We'll do the Claw for free. We'll gain 6 block. We'll take 4 here. Let's do that. What the hell? I could evoke it for 26. But actually, I like the idea of it hitting for 8 for a little bit. We'll just do that. Plus, we got the lock on. Now it does 12, I guess. Yeah. Weird cards. I'm playing with cards I don't normally pick. That's not a bad thing. My grandfather's deck has no bad cards. Okay. So he's not going to attack us here. We'll do the cold snap. The question is, do we do the consume for just shit tons of focus? To be honest, I think the answer is yes. We could also get 1 focus. Nah, fuck it. So now we get 9 block for free. And we do 10 damage a turn. But of course it goes down 1 every turn because of the bias cognition play. Alright. So this guy cast a Hex on me. Whenever I play a non-attack card, he shuffles a Daze into my deck. Daze is a card that does literally nothing, but I still draw it instead of a card. So you don't want to be drawing Dazes because you're not drawing good cards. Alright, I'm going to block 8 of it, so I don't have to worry too much about taking damage here. If I zap, that'll do 14. That's the first best play, I think. There's the Daze, though, because it was not an attack. We might be able to just kill this punk. 26, and then 9 is 35, right? It is. But I lose 3 focus. Ooh, it wouldn't be 9. It would be something a lot less than 9. Yeah, that's not the play here. Let's just do the 19 with these 2 basic cards. We'll block 8 damage, take 2, and should be able to kill him. I could literally press end turn, and he'll die. What? What? Zap. Okay. Oh god, we're becoming a claw deck. That's okay. I like claw. So what's the deal with claw? Like I said, deals 3 damage, increases all claw cards by 2. So the second time I draw that claw, it'll be up to 5. But it probably wouldn't be up to 5 because I'd have played this claw, so it'd be up to 7. So if you have a bunch of claws, you can just kind of claw the shit out of stuff. Oh, feathery assholes. Okay, so I'm only getting attacked for 5 here. So let's play a defend. Now these guys take 50% less damage, but they get knocked down if I'm able to hit them 3 times. Unfortunately, I'm not able to hit them 3 times. I think I'm going to loop. Get those orbs moving, and then I'm just going to melt her. Notice it did half the damage, and that went down to 2. Going cat style. I always go cat style. Hello, Aura. Nice to see you. Caw. That's a shit ton of damage. And I have no defense cards. That's a sign my deck isn't very good. Unfortunate, but it's true. One thing I can do is knock one of them down. So we have 3 energy. We can have 3 attacks. We can knock one of them down. I think I'm also going to use this energy to play all the cards in my hand. So he just falls to the fucking ground. We get that zap up, and we get the focus. So he's stunned for a turn, and he'll be kind of crummy for a while. Unfortunately, we just take tons of damage. It was less. This guy was doing 13, so knocking him down was worth it. Oh god! Again, no attacks. My deck isn't good at all. I can tell. Let's knock this guy down. We've got the 3 attacks. We'll defrag first. Claw for free. We'll ball lightning. And use our last, just that, and then we'll evoke an orb. That's not bad. We take nothing here. Wow, that bias cognition is actually really strong. I wouldn't want to play it in a boss fight, but that much focus is incredible. Now, here's the point where you start to think, how big is too big? I've got 22 cards in my deck, and a lot of them are pretty good. I've been pretty good getting rid of strikes and defends. So it's not a matter of, is this a good card? It's a matter of, is this card good enough to be worth slowing down my deck? In this case, I think it is, because I have a lot of actual attacks. Vulnerable makes it so they take 50% more damage. That'll help me win fights. But that's definitely the way. That's how you should be looking at all encounters. Is this card worth making my deck bigger? This sounds amazing, but trust me, it's not, because they're all fucking crummy cards. So we're just going to take the heal. Alright, first shop of the game. Now this is where you finally get to use your gold to make serious adjustments to your deck. You can buy cards. Cards are really cheap. These are colorless cards. There's 3 characters. I'm the defect, and my cards are blue. None of the other characters get these cards, but everybody gets the colorless ones. That said, they look awful, so I'm not going to use them. You can also directly buy artifacts and directly buy potions and take out a card in your deck. So this is pretty tempting. If your hit points is at or below 50%, heal 12 hit points. You notice I don't have any way to heal other than resting. I think I'm gotta go with this. I still have a lot of gold. Upon pickup, brews 5 potions. Nah. Start each combat with an additional energy. It's only for the first turn, but it's the first turn. That's pretty good. Let's go with that. Well, like I said, the goal is to amass a bunch of artifacts. I'm also thinking about removing a card. What card isn't holding its weight? To be honest, Hyper Beam. But its day might come. I think I'm just going to get rid of a standard strike. Don't think of it as losing 6 damage. Think of it as being able to draw something else. Alright, you've seen both these enemies before, but now I gotta fight them at the same time. We'll defend for sure. We'll still take 4 damage. We gotta kill this guy before he gets out of control. What's the best way to do that? Note that I started with 1 extra energy, so I had 4 out of 3. So we can play 4 of these cards. I'm gonna play this card first. Ah, that's a pretty interesting card. Definitely got a ball lightning. It's too much damage to ignore. So what's my last card? This is actually a pretty tough call. This is the short-term play. I don't know which ones they're going to land on, though. When you evoke an orb, it targets a random enemy. I'd like this guy to take 16 damage, but I don't know if he will. Loop would make it so I do that at the beginning of my turn. And since I'm probably going to get some of these focus cards, like Bias Cognition, that would actually do a fair bit of damage. I think the strike isn't the play. I'm a pussy. Let's play loop. So luckily both my random hit guys hit this for an extra 6 damage. And I only took 2 because I got that ice orb up there. Okay. So this is the fetch card. Gain 6 block and put a card from your discard pile in your hand. Is there anything I want from my discard pile? Ball lightning's tempting, but I've only got 3 energy. This costs 1. Melter, strike. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the claw. I'm going to hologram and get the claw back. Now the claw's up to 7 damage. This isn't worth it, unfortunately. But I'm going to do it anyway, to be honest. And I guess 10 is bigger than 9. Even upgraded strikes aren't very good. That's a little unlucky. So he puts the Hex on me. He'll fill my deck with dazes if I play non-attacks. I'm going to play this because I don't have any other attacks, so I might as well do it to kill this guy. Oh, I did have this. I want to avoid playing non-attacks if I can help it. And this turn I can, in fact, help it. I think that's worth the days, to be honest. Luckily, they go in my discard pile, not my draw, so it takes them a little bit of time to start bothering me. So he cast Weakened on me. Now I do 25% less damage with my attacks. Doesn't affect the orbs. He's also going to attack me for 16. I've got 5 from something. Oh, they're right. The loop evoked that orb. I'll get another 5. This is not an attack, though, but it does give me the block I need. We'll use the claw for free. Note that the damage did indeed go down. I think I play this. Get super orbs. Because I have a shit ton of focus. I got 8 focus. And yeah, that'll be going down 1 every turn. But I'll get tons of block and tons of zappy for free. Like I start this with 10 block. Oh, there are the dazes. So I have no attacks. I'm not going to play this. It's tempting, but I'm not going to. Because the daces are already becoming a problem. Luckily, the daces are ethereal, which means they go out of my deck once I see them once. Usually that's a bad thing, because ethereal cards can only be played once. But this time, since I want them to be gone, that's okay for me. Yeah, all three at once. But that does mean I don't have to worry about it for the rest of the combat, which is good. That was a turn where I didn't need to do anything anyway, because he wasn't attacking me. So 11 times 2 is 22. 8 plus 9 is less than 22. Can I kill him? I don't think I can. I could dual cast this orb, but then it would be gone. What actually is... That's 17, right? So anything will get me enough block. Let's pull back the claw. Do the bullseye. So I've got the block, and I'll do, I don't know, 14 damage of the lightning or something. 13 apparently. I guess it rounds down. Okay, so he's dead and he just doesn't know it. We could kill him with the lightning, but let's kill him with a claw. A potion that gives me plated armor. Plated armor is awesome. We'll show you that sooner or later. Again, I'm thinking, are any of these cards worth making my deck bigger? I think Cold Snap is. Anything that does damage and channels an orb is something I like. It's not as good as Ball Lightning. Although, to be fair, the Ball Lightning's upgraded. I guess I can't look at the downgraded version. I have one of these, right? Eh, it's okay. I'm not going to, unfortunately, upgrade them. Let's do those. Those are basically my strikes these days. Alright, Elite. It's the Stabby Arm! And I have a bad hand for starting this. Alright, let's use the Plated Armor. Plated Armor, at the end of your turn, gain 4 block. But every time he hits me, it lowers it by 1. Those have to be hits that actually hit, though. So I'll take, looks like 2 here. It's a little bit early to be using this. I don't have enough orbs. It's a dangerous card. Because this is an elite with a lot of hit points. This might be a long battle. Let's just not do it now. That might not be the right play. But to be honest, I'm not sure what the right play is. So notice my plated armor went down 1 because I got hit. But still, I'll get more block. So now he's going to do 18. I do not have the fucking defenses to handle this. Using Bias Cognition was absolutely the wrong play. Or not using it. Because if I get Frost Orbs, I'll get passive. And that being a 7 would have been amazing. I feel stupid. But okay, that's alright. I'm using a lot of cards I'm not familiar with. We gotta do the defend. So we'll take 7 here and lose 2 more plated armor. Because we took 2 hits that weren't blocked. And we got 2 wounds in our deck. My god, he does a lot of damage. I guess it's never too late to make the right choice. Oh! Ha-ha! Yeah, that was definitely the right play. Okay. Loop. And a free claw. I'm not sure how much I can slow play this guy, to be honest. I'm actually doing pretty good for having a completely shitty deck, but the damage is just absolutely getting out of control. I gotta start doing real damage to him. This is a good start. That's a good start. Let's evoke an Ice Orb. 14. This would give me exactly 30. But I could also do 10 damage. I think taking 6 damage is worth doing that damage. Let's also use the regen potion. Actually, I'm not sure that's the right play. I don't care. No, it'll be all right, maybe. All right, we'll take 6 here, as we expected. 21. I am running out of time before the lack of focus really hurts me. I'm down to 2 focus. I'll take no damage here, but I gotta end this fight. I think I'm gonna be able to do it. Think I'm gonna be able to do it. Ooh, I should have done that first. What do I want? What do I need right now? I need more defense. Actually, I kinda don't. I need to kill the fuck. That'll do 12 damage. That'll do 4 damage. I can't kill him this turn. Damn, where are my claws? Oh, that's rough. Alright, I can't kill him this turn. I'm gonna take a shit ton of damage, unfortunately. Do I have any free cards down here? Beam Cell. Can I do this? I can! Hot damn! A little bit lucky there. And by a little bit, I mean a lot. Alright, so my potion belt is what I get. Not great. I'm not keeping potions. Let's take another ball lightning. It was tempting to take the claw, but my claws just failed me right there. Let's do a question mark. Oh, this is goofy as hell. Lose 3 hit points, gain 2 strength. I can also transform 2 cards. Do I have anything I want to transform at this point? Maybe the 2 strikes. Or I could obtain the special relic. I don't remember what the special relic is, but it's always the same one. I'm just going to go with it. Start each combat with 3 strength. At the end of first turn, lose 3 strength. That's pretty good. It only lasts 1 turn, but hey, why not? Do we want to upgrade anything? We almost certainly want to upgrade something. Loop or defrag? Yeah, let's upgrade to something. So loop makes it so the next passive triggers twice. Defrag gives you 2 focus. I think loop's the right play. Or next turn. Alright, so, alright. Again with the key. So I get 2 hit points at the beginning of each combat. Between that and the or the meat on the bone, that's a lot of healing. Let's try an elite. If we can't beat elites, we can't win the game. Alright, these guys just do a shit ton of damage to you. It's one of those fights that gets a lot easier once you defeat a couple of them. Unfortunately, I do not have a good starting hand. Let's use the regen potion now. That gives me 5 hit points and then 1 less every turn. Loop for sure. Zap. Defend. 14 is bigger than 12. Which has the least hit points? This guy does. Whack, whack. So we lost our 3 strength, because that only lasts for 1 turn. This is brutal. This is absolutely fucking brutal. I need to get some ice in my deck. Or in my hand. Oh god. Can I win this with its sheer attacks alone? That's what this card is asking. And I could also do this. This is the worst plan I've ever come up with. So 19 plus 8 is 27. I could kill this guy. Ah! Note that they do 0 now. They're garbage. However, we're going to go with biased. This is playing dangerously. I feel like I'm on a wing and a prayer right now. I'm just debuffed to absolute hell right now. It's bad. At least we got the claws. Can we kill this guy? Maybe. Let's see what happens. We have to do 17 damage to him? We can do it. And we'll evoke an orb for a bunch of damage and draw a card we can't play. Alright, that wasn't too bad. We do get the 12 hit points because we were less than half. We get the Yu-Gi-Oh puzzle. The first time you take hit point damage, draw 3 cards. Not great in this deck because I don't have a lot of draw. I think Auto Shields is good. If you play it first, you get 11 block. And 11 block's a lot. And there's really no reason not to play it first. So, okay, we're doing alright. We get 2 more hit points because of that. We're actually more than half health now. It looks like we're not doing good because we're using our hit points as a resource to do damage. But I think we're actually not doing too badly. Oh, don't talk to me about leftovers. This stream could end abruptly when my parents call me and tell me dinner's done. They're happy to make me dinner a lot. And I'm happy they're making me dinner a lot. Alright, what's the play here? We could Auto Shields Hologram, which would give us Auto Shields back. Which is actually what I want to do. You only get things from your discard pile, so I can't like get defrag back because I don't discard it. It becomes part of me. I need the extra 6 block to not take too much damage here. Do I want to use Consume is the question. The answer is yes, but do I have am I in a position to do it? And I think the answer to that is no. Fuck it, let's do it. Doesn't matter what we get back, we can't play it because we're out of energy. So we'll take 2. That was the first time we took damage, so we get the extra cards. Now we have absolutely shit ton of cards. That was the text. Alright, I'm gonna finish this battle and then that'll end the stream because I am hungry. Let's see how we can finish this fight. Bias Cognition, Ball Lightning. Fuck it. It's a shame I don't have another... wait, I do have 2 light orbs. Claw. And Loop. For an extra 11. Bazap, 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 bazap. I like this. It's like the quintessential like D&D party. So this guy's not in good shape. Can I kill him? Pretty sure it begins with a ball lightning. Damn. Alright, this will do only 8. He's got 24 health. The problem with this deck is you don't know where these things are going to land. Oh, that was incredibly unlucky. One Frost would actually give me quite a bit of block. Let's just fucking kill her. Wasn't that bad. I mean, if one of those lightning bolts would have landed on him, he'd have been dead, but he's still dead. I guess as long as I'm not below half health, I'm doing alright. Charge Battery is excellent for this deck, because it gets me energy next turn and block. Alright, I'll do the question mark and then I'll quit. Ooh. Now this is a tough call. So we haven't talked about curses yet. Curses are cards in your deck that are bad. So this one here, it's unplayable and it's innate. Innate means you get it in the opening hand. Calm down, guys. I'll answer you in a second. So if I take this relic, I have a 50% chance of always drawing this card first, which I can't play. It's basically like drawing one less card that turn. And you're thinking, it's not so bad. Well, no, it's not so bad, actually. It just slows my deck down. I think I'm going to do it. Remember, it's only a 50% chance, so we'll see what happens. So I did get the curse. But I did get the relic as well. Apply 1 vulnerable to all enemies, which means that the first turn, all enemies will take 50% more damage. And that synergizes pretty well with this, which means I do 3 more damage. So on the first turn, I'll do 5 more damage with every attack to every enemy. So that's pretty cool. What do we do about the curse? We can remove it at shops. Remember how we've been removing strikes and stuff? We can remove that too. It's a card. You have to pay for it, but you can get rid of it. In any event, I am hungry. I knew this was going to be a short stream, so I'm going to call this for dinner. If you want to see me stream more of this, please let me know. There's 3 characters. I'm bad, but I'm happy to do it. Chances are I'm playing the game anyway. I just don't know if anybody's interested in watching. No. Save and quit. So thanks for coming. Hope that explained a little bit about the character add wins. I like the game a lot. I'm very happy it was gifted to me. So in any event, y'all take care.